The photography world is buzzing with anticipation, and the excitement has only grown louder over the past few months. Photographers, industry insiders, and camera enthusiasts are all talking about the same thing: Hasselblad's rumored next-generation flagship, the X3D 150C camera. For years, whispers of this camera have floated around, but now those whispers are becoming difficult to ignore. This isn't just another idle rumor without weight. Several credible Chinese sources have leaked hints about its development, and more importantly, we now have tangible evidence suggesting that Hasselblad is gearing up to release something monumental. Back in December 2024, Hasselblad officially registered a new device under the code name HB722 with the FCC. Normally, such filings don't spark massive speculation, but the details this time align almost perfectly with what we've been hearing about the X3D camera series. FCC filings often come with a confidentiality clause, in this case a 180-day window, which pushes the potential reveal right into mid-2025. That timing couldn't be more perfect. As the countdown ticks away, it feels inevitable that we're standing on the edge of one of the most important medium-format camera launches in years. What has people talking, though, is not just the fact that Hasselblad is cooking up a successor to its well-received X3D 150C camera. It's the scale of the rumored leap. According to the leaks, the X3D 150C camera could come fitted with either a 150-megapixel sensor or, in a more jaw-dropping scenario, a 250-megapixel sensor sourced from Sony. 250 million pixels packed into a medium-format body would be groundbreaking. It's not just an upgrade, it's a staggering leap beyond anything currently available. Even by the high standards of medium-format photography, this kind of resolution is nearly unheard of. If these rumors hold true, this camera will not only stand among the highest resolution models ever released but will also push the boundaries of what's possible in digital imaging. But resolution on this scale doesn't come without a list of challenges. Data processing immediately becomes the elephant in the room. The files generated by a 250-megapixel sensor will be massive, and the question is whether Hasselblad's current image engine can cope with that flood of information. It seems far more likely that the company has been forced to develop an entirely new processor architecture, something powerful enough to keep pace with those files while still maintaining the speed and responsiveness professionals demand. Storage is another critical issue. The raw files coming out of a 150MP or 250MP camera will be enormous, which makes it hard to imagine this system functioning effectively without next-generation memory solutions. CAF card support feels almost mandatory here, along with a seriously fast internal buffer to avoid endless delays after each shot. Some form of advanced image compression could also play a role, allowing photographers to manage workflow more efficiently without sacrificing quality. Otherwise, working with such massive files could become more of a headache than a creative joy, especially for professionals who shoot in high volumes. This brings us to the audience for such a machine. Ultra-high-resolution files will undoubtedly appeal to fine art photographers, landscape shooters, and commercial professionals who crave every last detail for large-format prints or intensive retouche and work. Cropping flexibility alone will be off the charts, allowing a single shot to be repurposed in countless ways. But for many users, the thought of storing, processing, and archiving such huge files might seem like overkill. It's not hard to imagine some photographers deciding that the benefits don't justify the workflow burden. Still, for those who want it, the potential is staggering. A sensor like this could deliver unprecedented levels of tonal nuance, dynamic range, and sharpness. Hasselblad has already built a reputation for its rich, natural color science and its ability to produce files with almost painterly depth. If the X3D 150C camera builds on the success of the X3D 150C camera while adding a massive boost in resolution, it won't just be a numbers race. It could become the new gold standard in digital imaging, setting the bar for both quality and precision. Of course, resolution isn't the only challenge. Handling such processing loads introduces another set of hurdles, particularly heat management. As anyone who has pushed a modern high-resolution camera knows, generating that much data puts stress not only on the processor but also on the body's cooling capabilities. Overheating could become a real issue, especially during long shooting sessions or extended video recording. That raises important questions. Will the X3D 150C camera introduce a new cooling solution? has Hasselblad re-engineered its battery system to offer both longer endurance and better efficiency without turning the body into a furnace. Power consumption is already a sore spot for medium format cameras, and a 250MP sensor will only intensify the struggle. Striking a balance between performance, thermal regulation, and portability will be critical if this flagship is to succeed in professional environments. Design is another area where expectations are high. While official images of the new model have yet to surface, it's reasonable to assume Hasselblad will stick with the clean, minimal Scandinavian aesthetic it's famous for. The X3D 150C camera won praise for its magnesium alloy build, elegant simplicity, and intuitive ergonomics. Professionals loved its comfortable grip and balanced weight distribution. But with more tech packed inside, will the X3D 150C camera grow bulkier or heavier? If so, the design team faces the challenge of ensuring that usability doesn't suffer. Ergonomic dials, tactile controls, and responsive buttons will be even more important on a body that aims to be a workhorse for demanding professionals. A camera of this caliber must remain comfortable for long hours of shooting, whether in studio or out in the field. Autofocus is another area where the X3D camera will be judged closely. Historically, medium format systems have lagged behind in autofocus speed and accuracy, particularly in fast-paced scenarios. The X3D camera improved on its predecessors, but it still trailed rivals in terms of subject tracking, eye detection, and low-light performance. If Hasselblad hopes to compete head-to-head with Fujifilm's GFX 102, the X3D camera must deliver significantly better autofocus. Modern professionals increasingly expect hybrid functionality, a system that can handle both stills and motion with equal competence. Medium format users may have once accepted slower AF as the price of superior image quality, but those days are fading fast. For Hasselblad, closing that gap could be the difference between niche appeal and mainstream relevance among high-end shooters. Video is another frontier where Hasselblad has room to grow. Traditionally, its medium format cameras have been stills-focused tools, with video capabilities either absent or limited. But the market is shifting. Fujifilm, for example, has built strong video performance into its GFX series, even offering 8000 recording on some models. If the X3D camera can deliver robust video features, 10-bit internal recording, log profiles, efficient codecs, reliable heat management, it could carve out an entirely new niche among filmmakers and hybrid creators. The cinematic look offered by medium format sensors is unmatched, and if Hasselblad can unlock that potential while maintaining stability, it would dramatically expand the camera's audience. The question, of course, is whether Hasselblad is ready to make that leap. Video demands a lot more than just resolution. It requires careful engineering, optimized pipelines, and hardware capable of handling sustained workloads without faltering. If Hasselblad decides once again to keep video as a secondary feature, the X3D camera risks losing ground to competitors who are aggressively pursuing hybrid shooters. On the other hand, if the company embraces this challenge, it could redefine what a flagship medium format camera is capable of in 2025. And then there's pricing, the unavoidable elephant in the room. Hasselblad has always operated in the premium tier, catering to professionals and institutions willing to pay for excellence. But with a rumored 250MP sensor and cutting-edge specifications, the X3D 150C could become one of the most expensive medium format systems ever released. Fujifilm has already disrupted the market with more affordable alternatives in the GFX series, bringing medium format quality to a broader audience. That competitive pricing has shifted expectations, forcing even legendary brands like Hasselblad to think carefully about value. If the X3D camera enters the market at a significantly higher price point without offering undeniable advantages, it may only appeal to the elite few who can justify it as a long-term investment. But if it truly delivers what the rumors suggest, unmatched resolution, refined ergonomics, faster autofocus, strong hybrid video features, and thoughtful engineering, it could justify its cost as a once-in-a-generation creative tool. For those who live at the cutting edge of image making, a camera like this isn't just a piece of gear, it's an extension of their vision. In the end, Hasselblad's upcoming X3D 150C camera represents more than just the next step in medium format technology. It symbolizes the ongoing push to redefine what's possible in professional imaging. The resolution numbers may be headline-grabbing, but the real story will be in how Hasselblad balances that technical ambition with usability, performance, and value. If it succeeds, this camera won't just be a new product, it will be a landmark moment in the history of digital photography. A tool that reshapes how professionals think about capturing the world in its most intricate detail.